Welcome to Surrounded by Sports. I'm Kevin Perkins. This is Coach Clyde Abney. How you doing?
Good, sir. How you doing?
He is the Tate High School basketball coach. We have spent the day at practice.
That's right.
Right, and I've told anybody that'll listen that I love the way Clyde's teams play. Do you prefer Clyde, Coach Abney?
Clyde's fine.
Okay. You have been the head coach since 2009.
Yes, sir.
Here, I hope that I can talk you into telling us the story of how you became a head coach, because I found that fascinating when we were talking. I hope that we can go over how your philosophies how you came to your philosophies and on basketball and life and teaching, as I have noticed. Today I got to see the teacher and the coach, which was good. Hope to do all of that, talk about this specific team you have this year, and then maybe try to have a little bit of fun talking about who you like to watch play and things like that. Sound good?
Sound great.
All right, let's go. Folks, all that and more after this.
You are watching Surrounded by Sports, a podcast hosted by Kevin Perkins. This show emphasizes how sports and life intersect while showcasing the Gulf Coast. And now, Surrounded by Sports.
Welcome back, folks. Stop real quick, hit that subscribe button, and now let's talk about Clyde Abney. You are at Inslee, which if you don't know, if you're not from around here when you're watching this, you're an Inslee guy, which means you're from this area that Tate feeds.
Inslee, Lincoln Park, really the Lincoln Park side of 29, but yes, in that area.
Right, and so you have always been, well, except for when you were in college, you've always kind of been in the
Oh yes, grew up, born and raised
District
right here.
Pensacola area.
Yes, sir, right here in Pensacola, born and raised.
Right. Were you, I know this is a dumb question, but were you pretty quick to get to basketball? I mean, you're tall. How tall are you?
6'8".
6'8", okay. So were you getting to that pretty quick as a young man?
No, ironically, I did not start playing until 6th grade.
6th grade?
6th grade. I was tall, walking through the hallways, had a coach over at Wedgewood Middle named Barry Mohan. Hey, son, I need you to come on out here.
Yeah.
I went out there and couldn't catch a cold.
Right, because if you're not used to, right.
I never was used to it. I mean, I had family members. I had a cousin that was playing basketball in the college when I was younger. She played at Talladega when I was in elementary, and by the time I got to middle school, I never really played sports, so I got a chance to go out there and try it out and put me on, and he really taught me a lot about the game, gave me time to grow, and helped me out a lot. And
then you wound up at Tate.
Yeah.
But first, the coach who picked you out in the hall, I mean, that's a story that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He changed your life.
Yeah, I mean, he really introduced me to basketball. I mean, just playing rec outside, I wasn't good with just playing around, but he really gave me the structure, taught me the game, and really, showed me for 3 years in middle school, how to play the game. And by the time I got to 7th grade and really started developing and understanding the game, in 8th grade, I really came into my own, and, he really got me on a good foot to do something.
Right now, so you wound up at Tate, and who the coach here at that time was?
When I first came in, the head coach was Coach Fryman.
Oh.
Coach Fryman was the head coach.
Oh, okay,
and,
still.
Yeah, I played freshman for Scott Watson.
Okay.
But Fryman was the head coach, and then my 10th grade year, Fryman retired from coaching, and Coach Washinger took over, and I played for him.
Was that like a promotion? He was already on staff?
Yeah, he was already on staff. He was the JV coach.
Okay, now, I as a middle school age guy, my dad would bring me up and we would watch Tate practice.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, Bill Fryman, the coach at that time, he worked those guys hard.
Oh, he worked them hard.
Right? Right? I mean, they were good ball clubs, too.
Yeah.
He was a great coach.
Great coach. I mean, he'd get in that gym down there in that old barn we had down there. And I mean, we used to, as freshmen, he didn't allow too many people in practice. So we were behind the bleachers just sitting there waiting for practice, watching them, and they're just working. They're getting up and down. But, I mean, he worked them. He drilled them.
Right. Like you said, getting up and down.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way you learned, too. I'm assuming with the promoted coach, it was the same similar system, right?
Similar system. I mean, we did a lot of slow down things. We did a lot of running. There was a lot of in between. So I got a chance to learn both sides. I mean, I honestly really, in middle school, the coach I had, Barry Mohan, liked to get up and down. He liked to run. So we did a lot of that, trying to, play that type of style. And I ended up playing a little rec league ball around here from Coach Lovely, Mr. Lovely. I think he was assistant principal at Washington for a minute back in the day. But And he did a running gun. That was the first time I really was introduced to that type of style, running gun. That's all we did. I mean, pitch the ball up, let's go, high points, pressure defense. So when I got to, high school, it was a much slower pace than that. But I mean, kids are faster, but just the style of play was just a little bit slower, but it wasn't nothing that was hard to adapt to.
So then you wind up getting a scholarship to Norfolk.
Yeah.
Which is Virginia?
Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, and that changes the way you look at basketball, right?
Big time. Just seeing the way we play down here is, kind of more methodical. We go through it.
The way we do everything down here is slower.
It is.
It's the South.
It's the South. It's the South. But up there, it's all athletes. It's running gun. It's getting after it. I mean, we're pressuring all the time. We're running all the time. We have to go. I mean, it's just a much faster paced game. It's on the fly. It's on the fly. Right. And that is a lot of my style now. We want to get up and down. We want to have fun. We're going to pressure. We're going to play defense, but we want to have fun and run.
Right. I believe the second to last thing your staff said at the exit of the practice was, you guys are going to learn the defense leads to easy offense.
Yes, and that's what we believe in. I mean, if we could pressure the ball, create steals, create turnovers, we're going to have a lot of fun. And
after your career at Norfolk, Norfolk State, you wind up back home, and would you tell me the story of how you became a head coach at West Florida?
I wound up back home and got a teaching job, 22 years old, over at Little Flower Catholic School right across the street from Escambia.
Okay.
So I was teaching PE out there and came over here. I was already talking to Coach Washker, who was still here, trying to do something with the team, and maybe I could come in and help him out a little bit. And that freshman coach I had was Coach Watson. He was at West Florida Tech doing football, assistant football coach.
Right.
And I saw him at one of the football games out here at Tate, and he was like, "Hey, Clyde, what you doing?" And this and that. And I just told him, "Hey, Coach, I'm, come talking to Coach Washker, and, I might come out here and start working with his guys. Why don't you come over to West Florida on Monday? Let's talk and you see what we can do with this and that." So I just went over it, and I walked in, and the principal, Miss Morgan, was like, "Hey, I heard you're going to be our new head coach." And I was like, well.
Now, the coach that they had at the time, he was bringing you, but he never mentioned that was his game plan for you? You heard it from the principal?
I heard it from, he was with me and the principal, but we walked in her office. She was just, "Here you go." It was like,
was that nerve-wracking?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
And like he told me, "Hey, you just got to learn the business. Basketball. Basketball is basketball. It's
right.
X's and O's, and, you playing defense. It's your scheme. No matter what offense you draw, everybody in the country is pretty much running the same thing. It's just a different variation of it." So, and it was fun.
Right. Right now, then you did you wind up at Pine Forest for a minute?
Yes, I did West Florida for 2 years as head coach, and that was when they were first starting, because when I first was there, they only had 10th and 11th grade. And then the next year, we got 11th and 12th grade. And then after that, Coach Legassi went over to Pine Forest, and I got a teaching job at Pine Forest.
Okay.
So I went ahead and, left West Florida and helped him as an assistant so I could be there, in one spot all day. Stayed over there with him for 3 years, did his freshman and JV over there for him, and then head coaching job over here, with Joey
2009.
Murdoch. No, well, it was 2007. Coach Murdoch was here, and then I had a chance to come over here for a teaching job and stay here 2 years, and Coach Murdoch left, and I took over after he left.
And it's not common to be the head coach in a spot for 16, 17 years.
Not anymore, not like it used to be.
Right. Like Bill was in the area for a long time. He was at Tate for stretches that were pretty long.
Yeah, he was. He was at Tate, then I think he went to Pine Forest and came back to Tate. Yeah.
Right. He had Davis over there at Pine Forest.
Yes, correct.
And he had Tate.
Tate here. Tate Hunter.
Yeah. That was, now, I want to say real quick, you were 88, you were like 9-ish. Did you see any of those games Tate played in? No? Okay, I went to high school with Tate.
Okay.
He would, I remember I watched both games he played against Tommy Hammonds. And then I watched him all through college because we were friends. And incredible player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard about him. I mean, Coach had some old film and stuff, but never really saw him up front.
That's when I learned the difference between like college and high school, because you couldn't really, unless you were like Tommy Hammond, you couldn't really do anything with him anyway at the high school level. But when he came back that summer I was a baseball player, so I'm just walking through and I stop and watch. Yeah. You couldn't do anything with him at that point because he'd been pushing and shoving at the Metro
next
Conference,
level.
if you remember, right? You know, Purvis Ellison, guys like that. Right. So anyway, let's get back to you. So did the Norfolk thing, did that really influence your style of play, the way you like to coach? Because your teams play defense, and that's what I've always talked about, is your teams play defense. Yeah. Did that, or is it a thing where you're like, I want my teams to play defense because defense you can do every night, shooting you can't do every night, or where does the defense philosophy come from?
My coaches push defense on me. One of the first coaches pushed defense on me here at Tate, 10th grade year. I played JV for Robert Alexander, who is the freshman coach over at West Florida right now.
Okay.
He pushes defense hard. I mean, we will come for a month and a half. We don't do nothing but defense. We don't touch the ball. We don't do nothing. It's defense. So he really pushed that defense into us. And then when I got to Norfolk, I had coaches the same way. Mike Bernard played Division II, won a couple of national championships at Kentucky State. He was all defense. Okay. We're going to do a little bit both, but defense. And I had Mel Coleman, big time defense. Mm-hmm. I mean, he ride or die. He don't care about offense. He had assistants. That was a system where he did defense. His assistants did offense. But we were going to play defense. Right. Either you're going to play defense or you're going to go home. Right. So, and that really pushed that defense. And he was that tempo defense. He wanted pressure. He wanted to create steals. He wanted to create turnovers. He wanted to control the whole game on defense. Right. Now, and that's how your teams play. I mean, you're talking in there. The last thing that was said to the team was you said, if you can't make your defensive switches, if you can't be where you're supposed to be on defense, I can't look at the bench and grab you and put you into the game. Correct. Right, and that's everything starts at that end of the floor, and then hopefully it gets easier from there. And it translates from there, and I think that's what all of us coaches do. We're out there, we're coaching, we're looking down the bench, and we want to put people in, but we got to think about practice. Well, could you do this in practice? Could you do that in practice? And what do we need done right now? I need this done, but he couldn't do it. Maybe he can do it. Okay, now we're southern. Right. I mean, you get your rotations in, but then, for third, fourth quarter, the game is getting tight. We got to make sure we get this thing right. Right. And that's a big part of it. So we do in practice stress to the guys, hey, make sure we're learning to ask questions. We got to get this. And you're evaluating playing time all the time throughout practice. All the time. All the time. And we said earlier that now the way your teams play defense, most of the time you're fighting, like I said, fighting for every inch of the court on defense, that kind of thing. You need these guys to be in really good shape. Oh, yeah. And you tend to rotate. Yes. Yes, we talk about that and we stress that. The guys don't like it, but we're going to run because we got to be in shape. We want team that's in shape at the end of the game, more than likely got a good chance of winning. Right. And also I noticed today at practice a lot of fundamental stuff. Start out dribbling the ball. You said it's every day you go through your fundamentals. We got to go through fundamentals. I mean, that's just the essence of the game. Making the layups, the free throws, being able to handle the ball. And it's something that I feel, I'm pretty sure other coaches feel, it has gotten so far away from the game. Everybody want to look fancy and want to do this, but just the basic fundamentals. You get kids, if they can go hard right, hard left, a simple move, an in and out crossover. They ain't got to do all the extra stuff. Right. Make it simple. Right. Right, and it works. It works. That's why it's timeless. And we talk to the guys all the time. You look at the NBA, how many guys you see do that? You got Kyrie and some of those guys who are highly skilled to do that, but most of them, LeBron is a hard right, hard left, he's going. He's not crossing over 3-4 times trying to do this or that. Right. Just make your move and go. Right, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. He's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let's transition into this particular ball club. What are some of the, I feel like this team, I've seen you play, I saw you play once this year, I'm going to go see you play tomorrow night. They seem to be fluid on offense in a way that I haven't seen recently from your clubs. Is that true? Yes, it is. I mean, these guys come in with a handful of skills. We was talking earlier, I probably got a good 6 or 7 that could score. Right. So that having that skill set on offense really makes it easy for us to put the ball in the hole. So it's just getting them to transition and focus on defense. And, kids nowadays, they want to put the ball in the hole, they want to shoot it, they want to do this, but to get them to buy in on defense. And as a team, they're starting to. You can see it coming. And I tell them all the time, we're not going to be perfect. But if we can inch to being perfect by late January, February, that's what we want to do. The most interesting, I think, part of practice was watching them work on boxing out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was fantastic because that, the physicality. Yeah, absolutely. Physicality, we got to have it. Right. Now that reminds me, we talked about it earlier. I talked to Coach O last week, and he said they have a Tate drill. What do you think that is?
Do we need to ask Coach O to let us know?
I mean, if he wants to tell me, I should. I'll sure find out now.
Well, I've talked about before. I feel like the way your clubs match up, because his teams tend to be very methodical on offense.
They are very methodical. They pass the ball well. They run the offense well. They run their sets. When they decide they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it right almost every time. And
you said you tweaked the way you play defense a little bit due to the way things worked when you played them?
Oh yeah, because we know we come out, we want to run the gun, we want to get pressure defense, but we know if we pressure too much, they will pick us apart. We know that, so we know we can't do that all the time. We got to pick our moments. If we see them get tired, we might try to get into it or this and that, but we really got to strategize when we're going up against them.
Now, last time you played, you beat them in overtime. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I believe so. Yes, I think it was.
Right?
Yeah.
See, so it worked.
It did. And sometimes it didn't work.
Right. So who are some of the guys I need to look for this year on your club?
Oh well, I mean, we got some good guys. Tate came over from Pine Forest. He is really leading us. He stepped up to be a leader, very vocal, which is really helping us.
That's hard to do when you're moving in.
It is. It really is. And he really, he has a real hunger for the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, he does. He's a real good kid. Great in school. Everybody loves him. His teammates. He bonded with the kids real well. I mean, a lot of these kids know each other outside of basketball already. Right. So it was an easy transition for him, but he does. He speaks and, he helps all the guys out. He's very encouraging, which helps a lot. Marcus returning, leading scorer last year. He's really adding some buckets again for us this year. And a lot of young guys who are starting to help, turn that corner and help us out. We were talking earlier, we only got 4 seniors, which is a great thing, especially with younger guys that can really go and really run and really make things happen. So, we're happy. And
you have a sophomore that's sturdy looking. He's fairly tall, 6'2" or 3", maybe 4.
6'3", Rashawn, 6'3", 6'4"-ish. I mean, he's really a great athlete, very sturdy. He gets after it, he plays hard, and he can put the ball in the hole.
Do you want to talk about the freshmen too?
If you want to talk about him, I'll talk about him all the time. Yeah, but my son, Charles, he's a freshman, and he's one of those 6'2", and he gets after it. He don't mind banging. He don't mind getting after it. He does the dirty work, and something we need. All teams need that. Right.
I know. Okay, so in the inter squad or whatever, where you were running 5-on-5, he got a board, and he turned and made just a really nice outlet pass to the sophomore.
Yeah.
He's been around a lot of basketball.
Yeah. He's learned. He picked up on something.
I didn't know anybody was running that way.
I didn't either, honestly.
Well, that's great, right?
Yeah. I mean, they look up, and that's one thing about these guys. And we've been reiterating all the time. Look up. Let's look up, because we want to run. So might as well look up the court, see can we find somebody open. And he does that well. Rashad does that pretty well. Marcus does that sometimes. Marcus is one who's very versatile, so he can put it on the floor and take it himself. But we do got some big guys who will look up, and the guys are flying. They'll get some easy ones.
And you got some shooters?
Yeah, we do have some shooters. Marcus is one who shot it pretty well. We got Cade, who shoots pretty well. Willie Petway's been shooting pretty good. Nick Kinsella, he's been shooting pretty good. Chris Keno.
Right.
We got some guys that can, put it in the hole. So
great.
We really ain't worried about that, and we just want to play that defense.
Just got to play defense. Now, I'll tell you what, let's take a break real quick.
Yes, sir.
And then we're going to talk a little bit more about your coaching style and maybe talk a little bit about some of the teams you enjoyed watching when you were a little bit younger. Sound good?
That'll work.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with more Surrounded by Sports.
Thank you for watching Surrounded by Sports content. This content is sponsored by McCory Homes, Faust Builders, and Sideline Sports Bar and Restaurant on beautiful Pensacola Beach. Follow all of our content on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and find out how sports and life intersect with a focus on the Panhandle. Now, back to Surrounded by Sports.
Folks, welcome back. Thank you very much to the people who support this show. My sponsors are Faust Builders, McCory Homes, and Sideline Sports Bar and Grill. And I am here with Clyde Abney and the coach of the Tate High Aggie basketball team. Let's talk a little bit, because I feel like you know who Bubba is that works here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to him outside of the football game last week, and I was telling him I was going to get to talk to you. And I said, I think the most interesting thing is the way they play is they don't realize how much that's helping them become young men. And I agreed with it.
Yeah, I mean, we reiterate that all the time in our coaches meeting and our parents meeting. We talk about our biggest thing. We want to help them become young men, help their parents raise young men, and a lot of stuff we do in practice. I mean, we're very discipline oriented because life is going to be disciplined for them. It's going to make them do things. They got to complete tasks. Got to make things happen, and we try to reiterate that in everything we do. We always express that. So when they come to practice, guys, we're going to be on time. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to get it done in the classroom. I tell them all the time. They get tired of me saying it, but they hold up to it. Tell them, guys, I don't think you're below average. So I want A's, B's, and C's.
Right.
I said, I think you're above average A's and B's, but I'll accept a C.
Right.
But D's and L's, we ain't gonna do.
Right. I also think you told me before the game, the PHS game that I watched, that you really do have the goal for these kids to get to play after they're out of high school.
Yeah. I mean, excuse me.
Yeah, you good.
All kids want to go to the next level.
Right.
So if we can help them, we're going to do everything we can. We're going to give them the schooling, the teaching, to get there. And we see a lot of kids have a lot of skill set, but one thing they don't have is that IQ, that what we want to build them so they be knowledgeable of what's going on.
Right.
So they can get there, because you hear a lot of college coaches say, well, the kids don't understand the game.
Right.
So we want to make sure they understand the game, and we try to do that in all aspects, and also the way they carry themselves as a person to be able to.
Right.
You go off to college coach want to know, can I put this kid in the door but not have to worry about him?
100%.
So we can teach them to be young men, that helps them out, not just in basketball, what they're doing now, but to get to the next level and their life beyond. So.
Well, and two, I think that basketball is so unique in this, because, all teams are team sports, right? We wouldn't call it team sport, but like you're talking about we're on a string.
Yeah.
If I go to that spot, then you move to that on offense. If I go to that spot, then you move to that spot, which means you move to this spot. And on defense, it's talk.
Correct.
And to me, that's such a great. I think the key to sports is that, if it's effective at helping people become adults, is you learn to maximize the individual inside of a standard.
Yes. Big
for
time.
the group.
Big time. I mean, and what you're saying is very true, and I didn't realize that until college. I ended up playing football in college also, so I played both sports. So when you look at the team sport aspect, I'm at tight end in college, and it's like, okay, I'm doing my thing, and these guys are doing their thing, and we're making it work as a team.
Right.
In basketball, we all got to do it together to make it work as a team.
Right.
So if I'm doing this in football, I got to run this route and go here, and these linemen blocking on this side, they're protecting the quarterback and they're running their routes. They're making it work as a team. But in basketball, if we can't get this thing together, it don't work.
Right.
It don't work. So as long as everyone does their job in football, you do your job, we make it work as a team. Basketball, we can't get it done together, it ain't working.
Right.
So there's a lot of different aspects to it, and playing, both sports really helps, but that basketball, like you just said, I think it's really something that really team oriented to make them understand, hey, we got to make sure we are all on the same page at all times.
Right, and I did get to enjoy, like I said earlier, the teacher aspect to what you do. Do you mind naming the assistant coaches?
My assistant coaches, my JV coach is Ken Cass. He's out there now, JV is practicing. My freshman coach is Will Brown. He's been with us for the past 3 years, but Coach Brown has coached for years. He was Benny Washington's assistant for a while over at Woodham.
Benny Washington's pretty close to a legend in this.
Oh, he's probably pretty close. He is.
Yeah. I think he is too.
Yeah, that man, he knows a lot about basketball. He's done a lot for the area and the kids. So, I mean, he's a great man.
The Pensacola Titans now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But then I have Neil Stallworth. You saw him come in at the end of practice. Devon Snell was one of the players that played when I was coaching at Pine Forest, helping Legacy. So he came up and he's been helping us for a while. I also have DJ Brown, who played for me. Played for me 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, we just finished off at Belhaven. He came back. Hey, coach, you got any coaching spots? Yeah, man, you want to come on? Come on.
Absolutely.
And he came on in, and I really love it because DJ, about 23 years old, and he really developing the guys, and he could talk to them, and they understand because he's right there with them.
Right.
So as they look at us as dad, big uncle, or whatever,
right,
he's big brother.
And you are diverse in ages.
Yes, very diverse.
Yeah.
Coach Brown is very older, and Master Sergeant is one. He's not here tonight. He's over ROTC here at the school, so he is also one of those goal-oriented guys that gets them done, keeps them on task, keeps them in line, and It helps out. It helps out. I also have Coach Sam, who is our girls coach. He was on my staff for a while, just took over the girls program.
Right.
But she does still come in and help us out and talks, to the boys, do some teaching. So, I mean, it's a big, diverse cast. But to me, I say it's always a group that we can always give them something.
Right.
Give them something. I even have one more, Coach Bain. He was a teacher here, just started. He was a grad assistant manager at a small school up in Alabama a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and he just got a teaching job here last year. And over the summer, hey, Coach, I want to just come out and be around basketball again, and, come on.
Right.
Come on, you got some knowledge. You're already here at the school with the kids, so come on, give us what you got.
Excellent.
Come on.
Now, and I noticed too, everybody's teaching.
Yes.
Whether it's you or whether it's one of the 2 assistants that were actively in that one series of drills in the half-court offense, we're stopping it and we're saying, hey, this has to be here, this has to be here, or it doesn't work. And then you show the examples. And I remember at the end of practice, you said, you have to be able to take what I tell you and use it properly.
Yes. Yeah, so we try to reiterate with the guys a lot, because when we're in the game, we're in practice and we're making mistakes and we're doing this and we're doing that, and that's fine. We got to make those mistakes. But 2.4 seconds left in the game, and I tell you to do something, we got to get it done.
It's implement time.
It's implement time. We try to get it done or lose this game.
Right.
We want to win that game, so we got to get it done, and that's something we try to teach the guys. And again, I tell them all the time, on the next level. Coach put that play in on the next level, we're not going to spend 2 weeks on one play.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to spend maybe 15 minutes, and now it's time to move on, because the next level moves so fast and they play so many games, they got to get it.
Right. Now tell me this, when you were growing up, who was your favorite team? Was it Jordan like everybody else?
No, you won't believe it. No, Lakers, Magic.
Okay.
Magic.
I didn't know if you were old enough for Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I started watching ball. I wasn't playing, but I was watching ball, and Magic was always one of my favorite players. Probably I always say he was the best player growing up. Then I grew up and got wise and realized Michael Jordan was it.
Right. Well, obviously before Jordan, it was either him or Bird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I believe Magic Johnson is the greatest teammate in the history of team sports.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Who made their teammates look better than him?
Correct. Yes, he is. I mean, the way he just ran that offense and made it happen, the way he played all positions, got it done. I mean, easily.
And people forget now. Obviously, there's always the famous rookie year thing where Kareem's got the twisted ankle and they win the title anyway. He jumps center and all that, right? Yeah. But people forget that little run he had when he came back, where he played power forward and he ran the whole offense from the post. Yeah. That was a completely different player.
Correct.
And if he would have stuck around and kept doing it, it worked.
Yeah. I mean, then you also forget the fact that he won that NBA championship as a rookie, but won the national championship in college.
Right. Yeah, it was months.
Yeah.
Months between the titles.
Correct.
From March and June.
Yeah. I mean, that was amazing to do right there.
Right.
Then to go on to win 4 more with the Lakers, I mean, he was a player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Who are some teams over the years that you besides the Lakers, and maybe recently, who do you like to watch now?
Now I'm a Golden State fan. I love Steph. I like to
Right.
see Steph do it. I like the way they just run their offense, the way they do things. I really like, and I always say this, the coach they had before Kerr.
Mark Jackson.
The way Mark Jackson started it and implemented it. They still do a lot of stuff with what he implemented.
Oh, he may be the most, besides Steph, he may be the most important person.
Easily.
At least to the initial title.
Yes.
I mean, Kerr keeps them together, kind of Phil Jackson-ish.
Yeah.
But what a unique ball club you have there, because you can say what you want about Draymond. There's arguments as to how great he is or whatever. Perfect for the system.
Oh, perfect, because he is a point forward.
Right.
If Steph is not there, he can run the offense from a point forward position, get it done defensively. He's always talking, making things happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd be a bully sometime, but sometimes you need that. And with being a smaller team, they don't really have bigs like that. You got to have someone like that.
Exactly right. When you're running up and down like they do,
yeah,
and everybody that they're signing is a Wiggins or a wing.
Correct.
Somebody has to be.
That's that Dennis Rodman, that Charles Barkley, those guys who just got to get the dirty work and get it done.
Anthony Mason, Charles.
That's
Barkley.
right.
Yeah, those type of guys. Now, interesting you said that. Florida State has Luke Loucks, who was in the Golden State system as an admin guy.
Yeah.
And then wound up on the bench over there. So they're trying to run that stuff, and I'm going to transition into your teams play in a way that remind me of Leonard Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always thought Leonard Hamilton always talked about how not knowing him well and having just like we've known each other a little, but not really having just really met you.
Mm-hmm.
I've always from afar thought of you similar in that his goal was always teach these kids effort and make sure they have a chance to play at the next level if they can. Whether that, in his case, they may have to go to Tibet and play, but they can play if they want to play and get a nest egg before they go on. Mm-hmm. You're similar.
Yeah. I mean, I always let Coach Hamilton style. I used to talk to him all the time. We go to those camps, and he always full of knowledge. I remember one thing he always taught me because he sat there and watched us play that 2020 year. We were up there in the summer camp and had a long run on Sunday. I think we made it to the championship game. Lost to one of the private schools. It was a real close game. He came down and watched, and after the game, we talked for a while, and he was like, Coach, I love your guards. I love the way they hustle. They get after, they do things. You guys run a play with that pick, but they never really threw that pick, and they threw that ball in there. I was like, yeah, Coach, that's something we're trying to get. He said, Coach, you teach them how to throw that pocket pass. You don't understand how much change of a guards. And then we started working on that because just having those nuggets like that from someone who's been on that level that knows, I mean, he really explained it to me, and we just talked for about 20 minutes, and, it was just a lot of knowledge that he has that, I just tried to soak in.
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, I want to wrap on this as we're talking. You came over to me and you talked to me throughout practice. Mm-hmm. And I'm a person, and the whole purpose of these podcasts is to chase knowledge wherever I can find it. And I'm getting to do that with you today. Mm-hmm. I watched your JV team practice, or that might have been freshman. I watched your freshman team practice, and I listened to them learning how to play zone and how to try to get around the zone. And then you shared, you believe firmly in sharing knowledge. Like you said, there's no secrets to it.
No.
Right?
No, it's none. And my coaches, even when I first started here, coaches, what system we run and this and that. And I used to always tell them, hey, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we need to do this. And we run some similar plays, but the guys got to have a bank of knowledge first before they can go anywhere. I mean, the game is IQ.
Right.
And it's funny, I talk about Robin Alexander, my JV coach here. He used to always say the game is 90% mental, 10% physical. Right. The game is played from here up. So if you know the game, you learn the game, you understand the game, you can be successful.
Right.
So we're always trying to teach the guys so they understand what they're doing on the court. And sometimes it's a process. Our freshman guys, it's going to be a process, and we know it. But once they build that knowledge, by the time they get to 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, then they can help us, and that's what we want them to do.
Right. And, they say, like, the purpose of college is to figure out how to solve problems, not necessarily. You need the degree to get in some doors.
Correct.
You need to learn problems. That's also what you're learning in your system.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You're learning how to solve problems, which is how you get better in life, because there's constantly a problem, there's constantly an evaluation, there's constantly a plan to figure out what the next step is. And if you carry that through life, you're that much better off.
You're going to be successful. I mean, I think that's what we're all doing. All of us coaches, guys get on the court, you're throwing problems at the other teams, they're throwing problems at you, and you got to teach your guys, hey, how to navigate it.
Right.
What are we going to do in this situation? What are we going to do in that situation? And get them to the point where they can think on their own about it. What are we going to do? Okay, now we know. Oh, we've seen this, let's do this. Oh, we're going to do that. Once it becomes natural to them, like you said, that helps them on, when they go further in life and do different things, not necessarily sports, but whatever they do.
Right. That makes you a good friend. It makes you a good mate. It makes you a good husband. It makes you a good father. It makes you a good co-worker.
Everything. Dad, all of it.
All of it. Thank you so much for giving me time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow night and throughout the year.
Always.
Folks, Kevin Perkins, Surrounded by Sports, Clyde Abney, Faust Builders, McCory Homes, Sideline Sports Bar. Thank you for helping me feed my habit, which is to chase knowledge wherever I can find it. Appreciate you very much for watching. Subscribe. Take care.